Pô, onde eu botei todas as palhetas? Não vai dar pra tocar a guitarra agora, né? Meu Deus! Ô mãe! Mãe!
Oi filho, tudo bem?
Ô mãe, eu não consigo achar minhas palhetas, eu não sei onde tá.
Existe a possibilidade delas estarem no armário do seu pai, onde ele guardou suas palhetas daquela última vez, lembra?
Por que ele foi guardar lá? Minha guitarra tá lá do outro lado.
Ah, não sei.
Tá, eu vou procurar aqui, se não achar, você mesmo vai ter que procurar.
É ali, ó. Seu fedelho.
Como assim tá no armário? Minha mãe não sabe de nada mesmo. Ah, aqui tá minha caixa de palheta, né? Tem 4 palhetas. Deve ter mais, né? Mas o que é essa caixa aqui que minha mãe guardou? O que é isso daqui? Ô mãe! Mãe! Ô mãe! 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 Ô mãe! Que caixa é essa que eu achei aqui no seu armário?
Ah, mas coisas antigas do seu avô.
Não, mas o que são essas coisas, mãe? Não tô entendendo nada disso daqui. Você nunca me falou do meu
bisavô, tataravô é coisa antiga. A gente pôs nessa caixa porque a gente não liga mais.
Por quê? Tem um monte de coisa legal aqui.
Ah, você se vira com isso daí, querido. Deixa eu assistir TV.
Ah, tá bom então, mãe. Tá, já que minha mãe não liga, vamos ver se a gente encontra algo de bom nessa caixa de coisa velha do meu avô, né? Tá, tem uma bola de beisebol que eu não sei pra que serve. Tem um óculos antigo. Nossa, isso daqui... Nossa, tem um boneco do Pinóquio, nossa, gigante. Tem uma bíblia. Tem uma foto, nossa. Olha. Meu bisavô aqui. Nossa, que legal, eu nem lembro de ter conhecido ele. E tem um diário que tem coisa escrita. January 2, 1914.
My name is Joseph Flores. I was born in 1895 in London, where I still live. I'm writing this diary because I want to keep my life on paper. I want to be able to read how I used to think in the past, how society was like.
January 17th, 1914. A system of alliances was formed.
I feel the biggest carnage ever seen by humanity is coming. It feels like the world is about to explode. On one side, there's a triple alliance: Germany, Italy, and Austria-Hungary. On the opposite side, England, France, and Russia. There's a huge arms race, as nations are running to get arms in time for the upcoming bloodbath.
Filho, a janta tá pronta.
Ah, mãe, eu não quero comer agora, que saco!
Vai esfriar, é melhor você vir comer, tá?
June 28th.
Well, I was right about it. The war is even more closer. The Duke Franz Ferdinand of Austria was murdered in Sarajevo and Serbia is being blamed. I heard that Austria will declare war on Serbia. If this happens, Russia will defend Serbia and then Russia will be attacked by Germany. The system of alliances will start the Great War.
Ah, então é o sistema de alianças que começa a guerra? Eu não sabia disso. Tem mais, tem bem mais. Peraí, ele não só escreve sobre a guerra, como ele foi pra guerra. Nossa, ele foi pra guerra, que da hora, mano, olha!
August 4th. Dreadfully, I was right. Today Britain declared war on Germany. Yet, I am unable to comprehend the enthusiasm which some of my friends express about the war. September. 500,000 young men have volunteered in the first month here in England, including me. What a madness that consumed me and made me a volunteer, I cannot say. I guess somehow propaganda convinced me that it was my duty and some strong sense of comradeship with my friends who volunteered as well.
How's Annie back home?
I don't know, man. I have hopes she's okay. This war is killing me little by little, piece by piece. I cannot see here. I gotta get back home. Seriously.
You build it to us, man. I'm worried too. But I don't have anyone to look after me back home.
Don't be hopeless, man. We're gonna get back together.
We'll do it.
We'll do it.
What are we doing here anyway, man? We're in the middle of nowhere.
We gotta defend ourselves, you know? Watch the frontiers.
I don't know, I don't like it. I don't feel nice. I feel like there could be Germans anywhere, you know what I mean? They could be back there, they could be upon us in any minute. I'm not safe at all.
I don't know, man. Let's take a walk and watch. Let's see if there's something here.
I'll cut around back. I don't think there's too many of them.
Okay.
When I cut around back, I'll open fire. You outflank them and shoot them from behind.
Okay. Let's do it.
If something bad happens to me, just get home safe.
Okay, man. Let's do it.
At least there is something positive to be taken from our suffering and pain. It has not been completely in vain. Germany's plan has failed, and we have halted its advance. The Schleifen Plan. German forces will go through Belgium and quickly knock France out of the war. Russia will take long to mobilize, and with France defeated, Germany could focus its resources to Russia. It failed. Germans were slowed down by the Belgian army and did not reach Paris in the expected 6 weeks. Russia moves more quickly than expected. The Germans had to transfer troops to the east. The French were head out at the Battle of Marne. The French dig defenses to hold the German army. Trenches. Germans decide to do the same to hold the French in place, which results in a stalemate. Both armies try unsuccessfully to flank each other, resulting in a race to the ocean. We see the attackers coming. We had no sooner left the edge of the wood than a volley of bullets whistled past our noses and cracked into the trees behind. 5 or 6 cries near me. 5 or 6 of my grey lads collapsed on the grass. Damn it! This was serious. More firing, closer now, and tearing into our ranks. More lads falling. The 160 men that had left the wood with me had shrunk to less than 100. Wherever I looked, right or left, there were dead or wounded, quivering in convulsions, groaning terribly, blood oozing from the flesh wounds. Germans attack French forts at Verdun with everything they have. To relieve the pressure, the British, led by Field Marshal Douglas Haig, launched their offensive at Somme. Bombarded German positions for a week, then attacked. 57,000 casualties in the first day. Fighting at Somme continued until November, with the loss of 1.25 million men. British blockade of German ports reduced German trade in 87% from 5.9 billion in 1914 to just 0.8 billion in 1917. Germans attacked and destroyed many ships that they suspected were carrying goods to Britain. USA declares war. Russia abandons the war after the Bolshevik Revolution. One of the reasons that made them leave the war was the fact that they had lost 70% of their soldiers, who were poorly equipped and suffered from inefficient leadership. Germany launches the Ludendorff Offensive, attacked Allied lines in a series of small bands of special light groups. Works, and they cut through Allied lines in many places, but suffer far too many casualties, 400,000, and thus suffer a devastating counterattack that ended with a German surrender. Drafted mostly by Lloyd George from Great Britain, Clemenceau from France and Woodrow Wilson from United States, France, as the war mostly took place on their territory, wanted to cripple Germany in such a way it would never be able to start another war. Great Britain wanted a fair punishment that didn't go too far, while Wilson did not want a harsh treaty, as he feared that Germany would recover and come back for revenge. Wilson wrote 14 points that he wanted to include in the treaty, which, if it was obeyed successfully, probably would have been avoided the Second War. 3 of the points were: 1. No secret treaties. 2. All countries to work towards disarmament. 3. League of Nations to be set up will be an organ to prevent such a war from happening again. The leaders disagreed on various things. In the end, this is what the Treaty of Versailles looked like. In the winter of 1950, death finally got to me through sickness. I had avoided it for long enough. It was my time.
Então, bisavô, é aqui onde seu diário acabou, né? Eu não sabia que ia ser tão triste assim o final. Eu sei que eu já te conheci uma vez, só que eu acho que você nem lembra de mim. Eu vou deixar uma lembrança pra você. Eu gostei muito da sua história. Eu acho que eu aprendi bastante com ela.
Todos nós desejamos ajudar uns aos outros. Os seres humanos são assim. Desejamos viver para a felicidade do próximo, não para a sua miséria. Não queremos odiar e desprezar uns aos outros. Nesse mundo há espaço para todos. A terra, que é boa e rica, pode prover a todas as nossas necessidades. O caminho da vida pode ser o da liberdade e o da beleza. Porém, nós nos perdemos. Soldados, não batalheis pela escravidão. Luta pela liberdade. Somos mais que animais a serem experimentados. Somos mais que apenas porquinhos da Índia.
Generals gathered in their masses. Fields of bodies burning.
Para de rir, velho.
Como que você sabe que tá lá? Como assim?
Talvez ela pode estar naquele armário ali.
E ação.
Que isso? Você apertou. Você apertou.
Ele se machuca.
Se você puder ter feito isso.
Olha, velho. Tô cheirinho.